Live as live can be, it looks like. Everything looks good on the Twitch end. If you're watching on Twitch and you are going to leave, just make sure you hit the follow button on the way out. Maybe check to see if you have a Prime sub you want to throw my way before the weekend goes around. All that would be very, very much appreciated. If you played Pocket, Pokemon TCG is very similar. However, quite a bit more complex. You have 6 prize cards instead of 3. You have a full 60 card deck, and then instead of having a little energy pool, you actually have the energy cards in your deck. You also have things like special energy and stuff like that. But I've been playing this game for a little under 4 months now, and I got crazy obsessed with it when I first started playing. The last month I haven't been playing nearly as much. But I'm a huge, huge fan of it nonetheless. Let's get our Mega Kangaskhan EX out there. This is one of my favorite cards that I own. It's one of my favorite cards in the game. I actually have a bunch of these. We are playing against the Team Rockets deck. Team Rockets deck, very interesting. So on return, there's a lot of different things that we can do. The first thing we're going to do is use this Nest Ball to be able to search our deck and check out what cards that we have available. There's some crazy texture issues going on. I don't know what's going on with those. But this way we can check to see what cards we have available to us. It looks like we have both our Raging Bolts, we have our Mew EX, we have our Fez. This looks like a hand we want to get rid of, so I'm going to take the Squawk ability and get it down on the bench. Are we missing our Latias? Wait, that's actually a nightmare. Okay, that's really bad, because that means our Mega Kang is kind of going to be stuck there, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. So the next thing we want to do, because we're going first, this Pokegear is kind of worthless, as is this Energy Retrieval. So we're going to pull out another card here. And I think the next card we want is going to be a Teal Mask Ogerpon, which can give us ways to get to some energy. And finally, we're going to play this Earthen Vessel, which is going to allow us to discard a card and get 2 energy cards into our hands. And I think we're going to take a Fighting and a Grass. This deck actually really likes having cards in the discard pile, so I'm going to discard this one. I'm going to draw one more card here with the Teal Mask's ability, Teal Dance, which allows us to attach a Grass Energy and draw a card. We get an E-Switch. Quite interesting. I'm going to E-Switch this up to my Kang, I think. So I can start swinging with him next turn. And then we're going to utilize Squawk Ability's ability. That's going to only work on the first turn, but allows us to discard our deck and draw 6 cards. Get a bunch of other stuff. Very nice. We also get to now draw 2 cards with Mega Kangaskhan's ability. When it's in the active spot, you can draw 2 cards once per turn. It's very nice. I think we do want to Ultra Ball to thin the deck a little bit more. I think we can cut a Raging Bolt. I think we can cut one of these Grass Energies, I suppose. Let's go ahead and do that to get another Teal Mask available for us. Keep drawing cards. So we'll play our second Teal Mask, activate its ability. Play a Grass Energy on top of it. Another Fighting Energy. Very nice. So we're going to load up our next Fighting Energy here on this Mega Kangaskhan. So normally in this deck, I have a way to retreat this Mega Kangaskhan for free. It's a card called Latias EX, which allows all my basic Pokemon to retreat for free. However, I'm stuck in a shitty situation where I do not have the ability to get access to it because it's one of my 6 prize cards. An interesting thing in Pokemon, you have 6 prize cards that you don't have access to until you start killing your opponent's cards. So because that is the case, We don't have access to free retreat on this, and it's going to cost us 3 to retreat it. So in lieu of retreating it, I think I'm just going to load it up with energy and start swinging. It has a pretty powerful attack. Does 200 damage, and then you flip a coin until you hit tails. And you do 50 additional damage for each one. I don't know what the hell this does. This Pokemon can't attack unless you have 4 or more Team Rockets Pokemon in play. Well, they currently have 4, which is a little iffy for us. I don't think we're going to play Nest Ball to thin our deck any longer. I think we're just going to rip another run errand to draw some more cards. Then we have access to our first trainer card. And I do think we're going to utilize it. We're going to utilize Crispin now. Oh, actually, well, here's what we can do. We use Crispin. We'll pull a Lightning and a Grass Energy. We're going to put the Grass Energy into our hand for our Teal Dances. We're going to play this Lightning Energy, I think, onto this Raging Bolt, which will give us the ability to take out this Mewtwo EX when we eventually need to. We can now activate Teal Dance again to draw an additional card. We actually should thin our deck further, because now we have access to Area 0 Underdepths. So let's get a Mew EX online, I think. Would be nice. We can get close to using all of our cards. Let's activate a Teal Dance to start. If we get under 3 cards, we can use Mew, which is quite nice. I don't know if we can get there or not. Want to put another Crispin in the deck? No, the Crispin's really bad. Shuffle up to 2 supporter cards. I'm not sure if I can fizzle this, which means like not play it. But we can play Area 0 Underdust to unlock more bench space for us. We can play out this Raging Bolt. We can attach a Lightning Energy to our Mega Kang so it can start swinging. And then we can Pal Pad. I want to pick none, but I don't know if it'll let me pick none. So let's put a Boss's Orders back in the deck. The Crispins are pretty bad because we're out of basic energy in the deck. So we'll just shuffle 1 Boss's Orders. And the reason we're doing that is to get our hand down enough. We can even thin it further if we wanted. But I think we just take our 1 card here. Anytime you could draw cards in this game is generally good for you. I don't know if they're going to have item lock or anything like that available, so we'll just play the Pokegear to potentially get access to a card now. Pick a boss. And then we take a swing, man. We do our rapid fire combo. 200 damage plus 50 for every heads. 250 as a joke. Love to see it. Brown Mamba, thank you so much for coming in on the YouTube side. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're enjoying. I'm trying my best to I always try for the first game to try and explain what's happening as much as humanly possible. Because I believe it helps people. Alright, I don't know how the hell you're gonna get through my guy. He's very large. Would have been really nice if he had gotten Latias out of our thing. So they played, whoa, they shuffled my hand into my deck. How dare you? I think our Crispin is online again, though, so that's nice. I believe our Crispin should be online, because we shuffled, so now in our discard pile, we have a Grass and a Fighting. We have another Fighting in play. We have 2 Electric in play. I believe these are only 2 Electric. Then we have 3 Grass here. I believe we run 5 Grass total, and I think we had all of them. I could be wrong, though. This Crispin might fizzle. I think we'll play it either way. But it's never fun when the Crispin fizzles. It makes you sad. There's even a chance we retreat this guy. Oh, thank you. Let me discard my Squawk ability for free, which I do not want on the field. Very kind of you. Once during their turn, if they played a supporter that has Team Rockets in its name, they can draw 2 cards. It's very rude of you. Very rude indeed. They do have access to a specific special energy card that gives them 2 energy, but I don't know what they are. I know one of them is dark. I don't know what the other one gives. Might be Dark and Grass? Either Dark and Grass, it might be Dark and Psychic. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know which one it is. Maybe they have one in their discard, they don't. So there's two ways that we can go about this. We can either just swing on this Mewtwo if we want. It's always allowed. We could also discard like 100% of our energy and kill it with Raging Bolt, but we'd have to discard Mega Kangaskhan, which is not. We'd have to discard 3 energy, which is very expensive. Maybe if we get an energy retrieval or something, but I'm fairly certain our 1 copy of energy retrieval is in the discard pile. And we don't have our Night Stretcher, which is another way of getting energy back. I think those are the only 2 cards we run. Get an Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball does very little for us. It can't help us activate our Mew Restart. I don't know if we want to do that. I think we start with Crispin because I think it won't fizzle. I think we're okay with Crispin. Okay, it doesn't fizzle, but now we have none energy cards left in our deck. That's not very good. So we'll put the grass into our hand and we will load up our Raging Bolt. What are you weak to? You're weak to Dark. It's not very helpful. So we can Teal Dance 1 card up to draw. Get Fez. Fez doesn't really do anything for us right now. We can get rid of it. I don't think I'll need Area Zero Underdepths the rest of the game. Actually, Ultra Ball away, a Fez, and an Area Zero Underdepths. We'll just play the Jamming Tower next turn. Or this turn, rather. Let's get a backup full Bolt. Then we'll play Raging Tower down, which then allows us to draw 2 with Mew. And then we could draw 2 with our Mega Kang. Okay, this is our other way of getting energy back from the discard pile, which is very, very important. We've been missing that very much. So that is a great card to get access to. I don't think we really need a Night Stretch or anything. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to kill it. We probably shouldn't do this. But I'm going to play 3 to retreat my Kangaskhan, which is crazy. It's Night Stretcher, a Grass. There are other Teal Dance. Get an Ultra Ball. That could be good next turn. And then we'll use the whole building point of the deck, which is Bellowing Thunder. Where we can discard as many cards as we want. Do 70 for each. They have 280, so we're going to discard 4. Get a 1-hit KO on their Mewtwo EX. You might have seen earlier in that turn, they had 330 HP, which would have required us to play an additional card. Which is no bueno. We don't want to do anything like that. That would be sad. They could Boss's Orders up our Mega Kangaskhan EX, which would really suck. And I didn't think about that nearly enough. Instead, they're going to find any specific card. 3 Team Rocket Pokemon, I suppose. Prevent all effects. All effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to your basic Team Rocket's Pokemon. Effects of attacks. Oh, chilling. Chilling, bro. The problem would be if they were able to pull Mega Kangaskhan to the active, because then I have no way of getting him out. I got rid of my other thing. I got rid of my other guy, and that's bad. But then they'd have to stall us out. They would all they would do was give themselves a few turns to hang out, which is not very good. Generally, you want to be doing things on your turn. Is what I would generally recommend. All right, so we have our... We run 2 energy retrieval? I thought I only ran run. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, now we're just going to load everything up like crazy. So we're going to start with the Professor Sadas. We'll pull you here, you here. Draw 3 cards. We're getting close to decking out, so that's... Honestly, that's a little bit scary, but... Don't think about it too much, I guess. I do need to be, I think, placing... I think I need to be putting energy on Mega Kangaskhan on, like, in case they find that play. So we're going to keep him loaded up, I think. Well, first let's draw. We'll draw a card first. I can't attack in 2 turns, though, because my Crispins would fail. So that would be the problem with that. We'll load up here. I actually might have put myself in a position where I literally don't have enough energy to do this. I might have actually screwed myself. But that's fine. We don't need to worry about all that. We will use... Is there anything else we want to do this turn? I don't think so. We have no energy left in the deck. I think we just do a Bellowing Thunder. We take these 2 grass. There is a legitimate chance if they pull up this Mega Kangaskhan, I can't do anything about it. That there's a legitimate chance. It will just be stuck in the active for the rest of the game, and then they could just sit there and wait and deck me out. But I'm just gonna pretend like that's not a thing. Yeah, no. So Crispin, you can only power up with 2 if you have 2 different energy cards in your deck, and all of my energy is in play or in my discard pile, essentially. I run 11 energy in my deck. Maybe I have 1 more. I run 11 energy in my deck. I might have some of the prize cards still, too. This is it. What do you do? It is Psychic and Dark. Okay. Well, thank God they're not playing Giovanni or Boss's Orders, because we would be dying. I do have to worry about decking out, though. Choose one of your opponent's active Terra Pokemon. Use this as their attack. Are they going to kill me? Oh, that would be so good if you killed me. If you killed one of my guys, we're sitting so pretty right now. Kill the Raging Bolt. Don't even think twice about it. Prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to your basic Team Rocket's Pokemon. Existing effects are not removed. Damage is not an effect. So this does damage, so we're fine. This will work. Okay, sick. I actually don't want to draw cards, which is a weird position to be in, but I think it's correct. So I think I just want to move up to Baby Bolt. Prime Catch is the other way we could have gotten out of it, actually. I kind of forgot this card was in my deck. I'm not going to lie to you. So we could Ultra Ball. Well, we just have another Raging Bolt. Let's just get the other Raging Bolt loaded up. Because now we have Prime Catcher where you can just get out of any situation that we might find ourselves in. Now, it does suck that to power this up, we do need to use Professor Sadas, which... does draw us 3 cards. And we are getting to the point where we might die, but it's fine, I think. Maybe. Okay, we do get Night Stretcher. Wait, can we just win? We could just win, right? We Prime Catcher the Mew up. We put you up. Then we Night Stretcher Lightning. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I forgot that they had played that out. Cool, 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 cool. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. They can still have counter catchers to be... I mean, there's nothing we could do with Kangaskhan, right? We just have to accept if they found that play, it would be very annoying for us to deal with. But I forgot that we had Prime Catcher, which solved all the problems that we were having anyway. 1,000 damage. Get destroyed, I'm afraid. But this is one of the first decks. I found the framework of this deck somewhere, but I really kind of made this deck my own. The framework of this deck had like Unfair Stamp and like more switch stuff. And it had a bunch of different things that I am not running. But, we could have made it work. If your ace spec is... Oh, okay. Thank you, Pika TCG. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's not... I rarely have people who know this game in chat, so I do appreciate you. Sorry if I'm not reading it. It's so much harder to read chat while playing this game than Snap. Because there's just so many decisions you have to do on your turn. But this deck, usually when people play Raging Bolt, which is the deck that I play... do I want to go first? I actually don't really know if I want to go first or second with this deck usually. I kind of like second. Usually you want to go first to get your Noctowls and stuff online, but we don't run that package. So usually you'll run these cards called Noctowl that if you have a Terra Pokemon, you can search for any two... Lycanroc, what the hell? I have no idea. Let's get Mega Kang out there. Yeah, my opponent had to take 3 mulligans. This must be some cheese deck. What the hell? Alright, I'm not even worried about it. Just let them do whatever they want. I do have all 3 of my Professor Sadas in my hand. Which means I can't really play Squawkability, but I also have no energy, so I might have to. Opponent's going first. They have some weird cheese deck. I'm just going to play a Raging Bolt out, just in case. Either way, it's very, very hard to kill Mega Kangaskhan. So I don't think I had to worry about it too much. But our major problem right now is that we have all of our Professor Sada's Vitality, which is one of our strongest cards. We choose 2 ancient Pokemon and put at basic energy from our discard onto our cards, and then you draw cards. As you saw, is very good. The problem is we have no energy in hand. Which means we have no... And even if we were to find energy, we have no way to discard it. And even if we discarded it... we still have to figure out other shit to do. So we're kind of in a weird spot here, but we'll figure it out. We have run errands. Mega Kangaskhan is so good in this deck because you can just get to draw 2 extra cards every turn early on. It's just very, very strong. Hey, what the hell did what do these Lycanrocs do? I have a full art of one of these, if I'm not mistaken. What the hell does this do? Okay, chill out, man. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may attach up to 2 spiky energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. It does 40 more damage for each damage counter on my opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, so they want to discard spiky energies and then add them onto it when it evolves, I guess. That seems okay. We get our Latias, which is nice. Let's draw. We maybe should have Nest Balled first. To get to our Crispin, though, we should have Nest Balled first, for sure. Do a little deck check. We have our babies. We have our teal mass. I don't think we can play Squawkability because we have no fucking energy. Maybe we can. No, I don't want to get rid of my Sadas. I have too many Sadas. I think we just take a teal mask. And then we can play Crispin. The question with Crispin is, what do we actually do here? We can kill off their Rockruff, but I don't even know if that's good. Do I want to draw more cards? I kind of do want to draw more cards. Let's take the harder to find energy and this. And we'll put the grass in our hand. We'll attach the lightning to bolts. Then we'll draw. We still have no ways of discarding cards, unless we grab Squawkability, which I still think probably was not correct. Okay, now we have ways to discard cards, which is nice. So next turn we can Pokemon Trainer, maybe find another Crispin, discard some cards, figure something out afterwards. Do I want to do anything else this turn? I haven't attached for turn, but I don't have any energy, so I can't. Could get the Latias in play in case they have Iono or something. But with like Soul Rock stuff that's somewhat rare. I think I'll eventually want the Latias in play. And then the Area Zero I want to hold in case they... I want to hold the Area Zero in case they play their own stadium. We want to bump it. Tom Crunch! What up, dude? Welcome, welcome. Playing some Pokemon trading card game. I don't know if I had gotten obsessed with this by the time I talked to you. It might have been like at the exact same time. I'm not sure. Okay. We have Prime Catcher and Penny to move Mega Kangaskhan if we need to. I don't know what the hell their deck is trying to do. If we draw an energy, we should be in a really good spot. Because if we draw an energy, we can Ultra Ball into Baby Bolt. And then use Sadas to pull it back into hand. You get this, get good, then you play to play sometimes? Hell yeah, man. It's free, and not only that, but it's like the only TCG that like all the decks are free. It's kind of crazy. Okay, we did not draw an energy. That is bad. But we have 2 more draws, so let's take them. Still did not draw an energy. That's crazy. I don't even know what we do here. I'm kind of scared that their Lycanroc... What does it do again? Their Lycanroc does 40 more for every energy, right? Does 40 more for every damage counter. So it would kill this. And I don't want that. I think I might penny it. I think we penny it up. It's just a liability. It's just a liability is the thing. We'll put you up. Dude, not having any energy is crazy here. Maybe we should have Pokegeared for Crispin to get energy. That was actually probably a better play, huh? Tough. Let's get a Baby Bolt online. We could discard our whole hand, but there's just no way that's correct. I cannot believe we just don't have... we definitely should have went for Crispin last turn. That was a pretty big mistake. I could have gotten him off the bench, and then even if he was a liability, if he was on my bench, it's not a big deal. All right, man. I'm messing this turn up. No, I don't want to attack. The only attack you have is Bursting Roar, which discards my whole hand. I don't want that. Ah! We need to get Baby Bolt online. Baby Bolt is very good. And if they kill my Raging Bolt somehow, then we have the ability to get energy, finally. We have 2 rolls for Crispin. I didn't really deck check. Didn't get a spiky energy. They are spike clad thing. They only had 1. So I do think getting the damage counters out of play is good, because like if they were able to just like this turn, they could play a card called Ignition Energy. Ah, dude, they're stopping my Baby Bolt, punk. Shaman is wait, no. It stops damage to your bench Pokemon that don't have a rule back box by attacks of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay. I'm gonna guess that they don't have. They get another Spiky in the discard? They did not. So our play is we're gonna kill this for sure, unless they kill me back. We can also get some extra draw out of it. We can play like Mega Kang, Prime Catcher this up, put Mega Kang in the active, draw 2, and then retreat it. That could be pretty good. Maybe just killed this. This is annoying. So I'll be able to snipe their bench. That's good. They would still need Ignition Energy. I guess it depends. Depends on what they do here. If they attach here, we kill this, for sure. If they attach somewhere else, okay, we're just going to kill this. It's crazy that we still don't have energy, for the record. But there's nothing we can do about it, I'm afraid. All right, chat. So our play... Oh, my God. Freaking energy, dude. What a goddamn world we live in. Okay, so we're going to play the Mega Kangaskhan. Down. We can actually use the Retreat first and then Prime Catcher later, if we so choose. That might give us a bit better insight as to what we want to play. We'll retreat you to the active. Run errands, draw 2 cards. We now have all 4 Professor Sada's Vitalities, and we've drawn 1 energy the whole game. So actually the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. We do have 2 Pokegears. So with our Pokegears, we're going to try and dig. And hopefully find our energy, or Crispin, which we do. So now that we have Crispin, we are going to... utilize it to get a fighting and a grass. Put the grass in the hands. Lay the fighting down on our Raging Bolts. Then we will draw with our Teal Mask Ogerpon. We can draw again with our Teal Mask Ogerpon. I think we should do that. We'll draw again with our second Teal Mask Ogerpon. Get a Raging Bolt. We can still attach for turn, which is quite cool. And I think we will attach for turn here. We can keep saving our Area 0 Underdepths until we really want the bench space. We'll get you loaded up. We will Prime Catcher up you. Put you up. And then we will swing with Bellowing Thunder. Discarding our 2 grass energy. I'm really scared that I'm going to die next turn. Maybe I should get rid of the fighting that's on him. Actually, I'm going to do that, I think. I don't know. If I get rid of the fighting on you, then it'll be in the discard pile anyway. Don't worry about it. Okay. Do 140. We do take damage from the spiky energy. Which hurts. We put it all in the discard pile. We draw our first prize card. There's some of our energy. Hello. Hello. We have missed you, energy. So now they have one spiky energy in the discard. So if they evolve this, they can pull it. Or if they have a way to discard another one, then they can attack all in one, which is scary. But we are ready for it. We do have the setup to be ready for it. And then we could just start getting baby Raging Bolts online and make them strong and beautiful. And then just start killing their active with our active. And then eventually kill their Shaman, which is an annoying card. They're playing Hilda. So they are going to find the other spiky energy. Or potentially they're going to find a ignition energy. So now they're going to try and discard that. Like so. And now they kind of are like going in a cycle, right? They're going in a cycle. They're grabbing their 2, hoping this dies, and then moving on with their lives. But what we could do is just like avoid this potentially. We also have access to Pheasantipity next turn, which is really nice. That's going to give us even more card draw. But I think ideally we get to a Boss's Orders next turn. But if we get to a Boss's Orders, we're not going to be able to kill it. We're kind of in a weird position. So we'll move up our Mega Kang. Low Squawk ability. That is good discard fodder. We will start by drawing 2 cards. Finally, we have access to our energy. It's a beautiful, beautiful time to be alive. I think that in lieu of Boss's Orders, which I don't think will work super well, I think we try and get both Raging Bolts, start to get them fired up. So we'll play our second Raging Bolt out, and we will Cyrus Vitality to draw even more cards. We'll put a Fighting Energy here and a Lightning Energy here, drawing 3. We have access to Energy Switch, which will be good for the future. We do need to get access to another Fighting Energy. So we can do that by playing Earthen Vessel, discarding our Squawk ability. Draw. We'll just take them both. And then let's get Area Zero Underdepths online. Let's play out a Mew EX in case they like Iono us. One other thing that we can try and do is attack with Teal Mask Ogerpon, but I don't think we want to do that. I think we want to be using our Raging Bolts. The problem is the Shaman makes it so that we can't attack their bench. But maybe we just don't even attack this turn. The play might be to just not attack. Because this doesn't do anything unless I hit him. I think that's the play. Put you there. Load you up. We can even attack their bench as a joke. We can even attack their bench and make them think that we don't know how the card works. That there. Man, we can even draw more cards. We should draw more cards, I think. Play an Ultra Ball to cut one of our Ultra Balls. We'll cut Asadas. We're not going to need 3. Get a Fez. Fez draws us more cards. Beautiful. Let's play this nest ball. And I don't want any of these. We'll fizzle it. We're just doing that to get it out of our hands. Probably won't need that later for things like Iono and stuff like that. I think we're good to go. We're doing this on purpose for the record. We're doing this on purpose. We're faking like we don't know how this works because we don't want to put attack here and get damage counters on us. And now what we're going to do is slowly find boss's orders, kill off their shaman, and then just be incredibly annoying. Because this deck, like, as long as we're not hitting them, like, how are they going to hurt me? They can't. They simply can't is the thing. And then we'll just start sniping on their bench, and then we'll have a great time. You know what shaman does? It's an elaborate mind game. We make them think that we don't know what shaman does. It's all up here. All an elaborate ruse. They're probably trying to find like perilous ruins or some shit. They probably have a location that pushes out damage somewhere. Yeah, what did they take? I missed it. Location? It is a location. It's literally a location. A stadium is a location. They haven't chosen yet. Discarded Psyduck. Psyduck. We're in another position where we might deck out, but I think we'll be fine. We might have to stop drawing cards though. We still have two bosses orders somewhere. I think I still have them in the deck. I hope. Yeah, Risky Ruins. See, I knew it. I knew it. It's actually quite nice of them if they're going to play out that, because I get to get rid of some liabilities on my bench. What are those liabilities? That is a great question. I actually don't know. Yeah, see, they're panicking. As long as we don't kill this, we're fine. Because then they can't reload up a spiky energy. We just kill everything else. Like, god damn, this freaking idiot misplayed and he's still freaking beating me. You have any more? Yeah, you do. Okay, so I can cut liabilities from my bench. I think we get rid of the Kang. I don't think we're going to draw much more. I also probably get rid of the Fez. I don't think we can keep drawing cards. I think we'll deck out if we do. I don't run Iono. So I could probably just pretty easily cut these two and call it a damn day. And then Mew's still good in case we get Iono'd. Then we have a way to refresh our hand. Boss's orders, beautiful. Okay, so now this is an important thing. We should think about. I guess we can see. So we know we don't have access to Sadas, which is fine. We actually, well, now we can start drawing cards again, which kind of sucks. Power. Now what do we do here? Do we boss up the Shaman? We probably actually boss up like a Soul Rock. Is what we'd look to do. We do need to get cards, draw stuff too. But I think we just take Superior Energy Retrieval. I think we get rid of this. We don't have to bump their stadium yet. We don't really care about it too much. We bump you up. We will energy retrieval. I guess we probably just take both. Field dance here. Okay. You. We could thin our hand and then try and get a Mew trigger, but I think we're chilling. So this cuts their draw engine. So now they can't draw cards. Probably what they wanted to do after Iono. Why did I take damage there? Wait, what? I thought that was a... I didn't know what that was. I thought that was an air balloon. It's a vengeful punch. What you use instead of Bravery Charm? For what? Depends is the answer. No! I just killed that. Don't put it back. Mega Absol Box? Should probably just use Bravery Charm, man. I get ready to swing, man. A lot of damage, man. A lot of damage. I cannot tell a lie. Okay. What can I do here? 3 energy in the deck. 5 on board, which means I have probably 4 left. No, that's completely wrong. 8. Probably 2 left. 2 energy left in the deck. Not very good. I'm gonna start with Palpad. Need more bosses. Maybe put a Penny in the deck. Penny seems good. Definitely need bosses orders. And then we can... we're probably going to actually thin like crazy here. Let's play Jamming Tower first so we don't put any stuff on our guys. Also stops Vengeful Punch from happening. We will Night Stretcher... Fez. We will Ultra Ball away. a Ultra Ball, and a Teal Mask. Get a Raging Bolt, I guess. It's fine. We will play a Nest Ball. We'll fizzle a Nest Ball. We'll play Fez. We'll draw 2. We'll draw 3. Beautiful. We will... I think we need to kill this Shaman, unfortunately. We'll play Boss's Orders. Pull up the Shaman. We'll put a Fighting Energy here. Actually, do I want to kill it with a Teal Mask? Hide this a little bit. It's kind of interesting. Myriad Leaf Shower, taking out their Shaman. I don't know if this is correct or not. But I think they're going to have a harder time killing that than they are killing our Bolt. I actually feel like we're playing this game really, really well. You can't get the card, but you can. Where are you going that you can't get access to the card? Like, where are you going to be playing where you can't get access to the card? Any card shop should have it. There's not really a way to replace it, unfortunately. You could try Luxurious Cape. There have been people who've played Luxurious Cape. But no, that doesn't work on Pokemon without a rule box. Why did they do that? They might be mad. They might have DC'd, if I'm being honest with you. There's no reason to ever put this forward, I don't think. I think they just DC'd because they're pissed. Which is understandable. I did take a lot of time to figure out those plays, but I needed all that time to do all of the plays. Just gonna swing in. What do you say? Long as card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless energy. If this card is attached to is in the active spot, it's damaged by attack. 2 damage counters. So I just pinged on this. Like if they swing here, then I just move up the Raging Bolt and ping down this. Unless they can get the Shaman back in play. Then it's annoying, but I think we're chilling. I think we actually navigated this deck that I've never played before really well. Because it seems like they can only do anything if they have damage counters on their Pokemon. And as long as we just don't let them put damage counters on our Pokemon, we're just hanging out. I need to read this as well. This Pokemon is KO'd from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon. Put 4 damage counters on it. So this actually doesn't matter if it's on the bench, huh? That's really annoying. Oh, just Sada's here, right? In our... Well, what do we have in here? Yeah, I think we just Sada's. Let's put the grass there. Okay, we do have to worry, so we're only gonna have 7 turns. We can't draw any more cards. It's probably something we're gonna have to think about. I'm pretty sure these spiky energies don't matter, but this Vengeful Punch does. So we want to kill this guy now. So we will... Well, actually, do we just swing it? No. We need to get you out of the active spot. So the spiky energy won't hurt me. But these punches will. So I can't swing at these guys yet. Do I want to put any other energy down? I have no idea. I think we just hold it in our hand. Maybe we should have just killed a soul rock there. I don't know. We have to look at our time too. We only have 2 minutes left on the clock. Okay, the Ultra Ball. Ethan Pseudo Wudo. What the hell, man? So you're going to try and pull up one of my Pokemon and trap it? You punk. You're going to try and find Counter Catcher, I guess? We have a penny. We're fine. We literally shuffled this penny back in our deck so long ago. And then we just leave the space open, and then we can use Iron Leaves if they do it again. And honestly, you know what's funny? What we can do is we penny, pick you up, put you back out here. Probably just don't do fucking anything else. We can get rid of areas. We can get rid of this. It's probably good. And then we don't play anything else out. And then we just do this again. But then we take out your draw engine instead. And then if you try and do that shit again, like the little punk that you are. If you try and catch me with that shit again, then we have our Iron Leaves, which can swap out. There's no max hand size. No, you can literally have 60 cards in your hand. Actually, technically not. So with one prize card remaining, no deck, no discard pile, one card in the active, you can have 58 cards in your hand is the max you can have. Unless there's ways to add cards from other parts of the game or something that I don't know. I am actually really impressed at how I navigated this game. I feel like this is a weird deck that does weird things. And I was able to find pretty good lines, in my opinion, to be able to get over the top. Very, very good game. All right, chat, we're going to 3 minutes ads. If you don't want to see ads, you can pay $6. Check to see if you have a Twitch Prime subscription available by clicking the subscribe and use the little Prime toggle. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Watching on Twitch, make sure to follow. See you in 3 minutes. What a Giga Chad deck, too. Bunch of vengeful punches and all that. That is one thing I've been generally impressed with myself, and not to toot my own horn too much. But I do feel like I've gotten pretty good at identifying what my opponent's trying to do and making weird, stupid plays. Very much like how I play Snap. Just making dumbass, weird plays that are actually correct and sick. We'll get one more game in, I think. One more game in. Justin! We did get pretty lucky having Mega Kang in the starting slot both games. Only run one of those in the deck. Pretty excited. There's a Kangaskhan like collection box that I have on the way. Yeah, I think we just stick with that. Sometimes when you play this online, you have to worry about donk decks, which kill you on the first turn. But we're not that worried about it. It takes like 20 seconds just to do a coin flip. It's just because we're waiting for the opponent. All depends. This is not a good starting hand. This is actually a horrendous starting hand, to be honest with you. Especially against Gholdengo. This deck is very, very strong. Arguably the strongest deck in the game. Earthen Vessel is a great start. What are we cutting? I think we cut the Iron Leaves in this matchup. Plus we have 2 Night Stretchers to get him back. We need... Ooh, I actually shouldn't have done this. I should have Pokegeared for Crispin first, I think. Let's look at all of my cards. What do I have access to? I have Squawk. I have my Kang. My Latias and my Fez. All of those. No Jamming Tower, unless I have it in hand. Where's my energy? Oh, it's over here on the left. So I'm missing 1 lightning. That's it. Shit. Shit. We are in a lot of trouble. We are in a ton of trouble here. I cannot express to you how much trouble we're in. Jesus Christ. We have to do this. It's stupid as shit. Oh, we whiffed so hard. We whiffed so hard. I don't think there's anything better we could have done there, though. Maybe we could have not used the Night Stretcher. I don't know, man. This is so bad. I feel like they're going to kill me, like, immediately. That is one of the things with Pokemon, man. Sometimes your starting hand, you just can't do anything. There's not really much you can do about it. What I could have done better that turn is play the Crispin first. And then discard one of the energies with my Earthen Vessel. So that next turn, if I was able to get access to an ancient Pokemon, then I could play Professor Sadas. They're playing TM Evo? What the hell, man? That allowed? Thank you. Jesus. You're gonna have to do all that, brother. At least I can kill this, which is really nice. Frick your Togepi, man. Frick your Togepi, bro. At least we'll be able to swing back and kill the Goldango. That is a positive. We don't have many positives going for us right now. Being able to kill the Goldango with the metal energy is quite good. It might not matter, but it is a fucking start, and I will take it. Okay, so here we start with a Nest Ball. Get a Raging Bolts. What else do we want? Do we want a Teal Mask? Probably want a Teal Mask. Probably want a Teal Mask. Okay. Then next up, we are going to play Crispin. We'll take a Fighting and a Grass. The Lightning down here. Oh, we have a Teal Mask. I don't need another Teal Mask. And we'll play Earthen Vessel, discarding my Fighting energy. We get a Grass and a Fighting. Lay down Teal Mask. Activate Teal Mask. Baby Bolts. Baby Bolt's nice. We know they run Iono, which is actually very psycho for a Goldango player to run. So we'll get a Raging Bolt down. We could get a Mew here. We'd have to cut our energy retrieval. How bad would that be? I think it's fine, actually. I think it's actually just correct. A little restart for the fans. Okay. We have 2 Crispins in the supporter pool, but we're actually running out of cards in hand, so I don't think we need to do that. So now we will retreat into our Raging Bolts. And then we will Bellowing Thunder for 280. There is an argument to get rid of both of these because they should be able to swing back and kill us, but I believe in myself. Okay, from arguably the worst possible start we could have. I think they were actually wrong for playing Iono. I'm not going to lie. I think that if they hadn't played Iono, I am so stuck there. And they were going to be able to draw a billion cards the next turn. Okay, Jamming Tower can be really nice. Jamming Tower can stop them from using their Gimme Ghouls or using their air balloons, which we'll probably see come out right now. Drawing a bunch of cards. It's scary, but not much we can do about that at the moment. You switch? Dude, this person's deck is psycho. This person's deck is freaking weird. They also have Togepi, and then this is going to go to Togekiss to try and get extra prize cards when they kill. They're going to kill us on the swing back, which sucks. But we can Ultra Ball for Fez. Should help quite a bit. Arvenler. Problem if we do that, though, is that we... Problem of getting Fez is that we need... How would you grab that? For next turn? You're just expecting me not to have Iono? It's fine. World's your oyster, man. You can do whatever you want. Look at that cornucopia of cards. What do we push up? I don't know, so we'll push up Mew. Problem is, can't really go for Fez. Because we have to play out the Raging Bolt, I feel. Because that's our only way to kill stuff. So here's what we are going to do. We're going to play... I don't know what the hell we're going to do, man. Play out our Bolt. We're going to boss... the Fez. We're not going to play the Pal Pad. We're going to Ultra Ball these two. For Fez for next turn, potentially. We're going to play Jamming Tower. We're going to restart and hopefully get Professor Sadas. If we get Sadas, we should be okay. If we don't get Sadas, we probably die. Okay, those are just Sadas with extra steps. Beautiful. Okay. So now, we look at our energy that we have left. There's 3 fighting and 1 lightning. So we're much more likely to find a lightning from this draw. I already played Boss's Orders. Chad. I'm an idiot. I already played Boss's Orders, Chad. I'm a goddamn idiot. That's right. Oopsie. Here. Have fun fighting that Raging Bolt. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch! Should have thought about that a little bit more. That I was digging for Professor Sada's Vitality, so getting rid of a boss's orders is not a good thing. What I could have done is I could have Ultra Balled the bosses and the Teal Mask, and then used Pal Pad to put the bosses back in the deck. Because I might need them for later. Don't play Boss's Orders and Energy Search Pro and kill me, please. If they only kill my Raging Bolt here, they're not in a good spot. Or my baby Raging Bolt. They kill my main Raging... Alrighty then. What are you going to kill, though? Yep. It's a good one. It's a good one to kill. I cannot argue with that. That is a very good one to kill. I would have killed that one too if I had the chance. Energy Search Pro for 1 energy, man. It's wild. So that's already 2 superior energy rituals down. I usually run 4, so doesn't really help us much. So the only way we win is if they don't have Boss's Orders. I don't know. I don't know how the hell we win, man. I don't think we have a way to win. Okay. The plan is simple. We just have to get... we just have to... There's no plan, chat. We're screwed. We're screwed. We're screwed. Hold. That's what I'm talking about right there. We really needed to get a kill on one of their Goldangos this turn, but that unfortunately that is impossible. So, we can't do that. So instead, we're gonna go here. We'll retreat to our rear baby bolts. Ping down their Togekiss. But we're kind of just going through the motions. I'm pretty sure we're insanely dead here. There's maybe even an argument not to get a kill so they can't draw more cards, but I don't know. I feel like we're just insanely dead. The only way we lose is if they choose to play Iono for no reason. Sure. Well played, opponent. I feel like we actually played that game really well for how horrendously we started. Like, that was arguably one of the worst first turns we could have possibly had. And we fought back into a position where we were maybe had some chances to win. I did have a pretty bad misplay in the mid game there with the... I had a pretty bad misplay in the mid game with the boss's orders that I did. But I don't know. What are you gonna do, eh? Blue Hedgehog? You talking about Sonic? I do like this deck a lot, man. I was mentioning this before, but I had found a somewhat similar deck because I really like Mega Kangaskhan. It's my favorite card in the game. And I was trying to do all these cheesy, like, 4 Mega Kangaskhan decks, and they just weren't really working. And Raging Bolt was the deck that I learned to start. So going back and, like, learning it more and more. Okay, what did you lose? 2 Darks, a Rare, a Mega Signal? Okay, this is like Mega Gengar, I believe. We should be okay against this. Let's just put Latias out. And we don't have to play anything else. Take one more Mulligan. Pidgeot. Okay, I have no idea what it is then. Unless this is Absol Box? Maybe this is Absol Box. Might be Absol Box. I would like the card. I would not like to play another card. It is probably Absol Box. Cool. So, what do we do here is the question you might be asking. I think it's a good question. I think it's a good question to be asking. I think we start with a Teal Mask Ogerpon and draw a card. We're going second, so we don't have access to a supporter this turn. Jamming Tower. Jamming Tower could be good, but we don't need it just yet. The question is becoming, do we go for Squawk? I think we probably do go for Squawk with this hand. If we have it, we might have prized it. Did not. Get Squawk online. And what's more impactful? Jamming Tower or Area Zero under depths? I would imagine Jamming Tower would be. Don't really need Area Zero right now. Play Raging Bolt, and then we will draw 6 more. Draw 6 fresh ones, yeah? This might be stupid. I'm gonna do it anyway. Need a real bolt. Energy's nice there. Maybe we just hold the energy though, because we can use it to draw next turn. And then, do we put anything else in the active spot? This Latias dies, it's really bad. It's also weak to dark. Put a baby bolt in the active. Okay. It's a bit of a long first turn, but I think that we set our board up well. Next turn we have Sadas, so we can actually threaten this Raging Bolt next turn, which is pretty cool. Or threaten this Kangaskhan next turn. We can draw 1 here. Wish we had another way of discarding an energy, but we don't. Actually might be a little harder than I'm giving it credit for. What the hell? Mega Absolute EX we can get to, though. If we get to Prime... What the hell is going on? Risky Ruins, man. Scooping him? Scoopa. You're gonna play Squawk ability to load this up. That's so weird. This is a very weird version of Absol Box. I've never seen this my whole damn life. I'm not gonna lie. We can kill this Absol if we get Prime Catcher, which would be pretty fucking electric. Another Teal Mask. So I think we want to thin our deck. Or not. We will Sadas. Catching a lightning here. Wow! Get destroyed, I'm afraid. They're probably going to leave after this play. I would be so shocked if they didn't leave after this. That was such a lucky draw, for the record. That was an unbelievably lucky Sada to get the fighting energy and to get the Prime Catcher. That was so lucky. I was so lucky. That was a crazy play. Being able to kill their Mega Absol there on 2 is so unbelievably broken. Oh, they're swanging, dude. They're swanging. They're ready to fight, man. They're ready to swang. I love it. So it's 50-50 if they kill. What I own me, bro? Alright, 50-50. Bro, chill, dude. They just did 500 damage. Bro, chill on that, dog. What the heck? All right. I see what we're doing here. All right. What the hell do we do now is the question. I think we go Ultra Ball. Discard you. Discard you. We could go into our own Mega Kang. That becomes a bit of a liability. Put you down. You'll take a little damage from Risky Ruins. It's okay. And then, I don't remember how much of each energy that I had. Draw 3. There's some good cards. Teal Mask. Draw another. Tribal does fuck all here, unfortunately. So we will regrettably have to just retreat back our Mew EX without a Raging Bolts. And hope that they don't have Boss's Orders, because if they have Boss's Orders, we're kind of just dead. But if we had gotten Professor Sada's there's actually a decent chance we can kill. Actually, no, we couldn't have killed. Please don't have Boss's Orders. Please. Please, sir. Please, sir, don't Bosses. Please, sir, please. I'm just a boy. Please, sir. Oh, they might have Counter Catcher, huh? Done. You can just Arven for Counter Catcher if they have it in their deck. Energy Switch Heroes Cape. Huh? GG. Just a little boy. Tell you what, man, my opponent's holding very strong. How much of a shit show this game is. They lost their Mega Absol on turn 1. And then they have been swanging. They did do 500 damage with the Mega Kangaskhan. Okay, they just hit the Raging Bolt. That's actually really good for us. Oh, now you flip tails. Now you flip tails. I'm gonna put out the Raging Bolt, I think. There are ways we could win. There are ways we could win here. Not impossible. It's merely improbable. I want multiple Raging Bolts online. Ouch. I think I need to get Professor Sada's. So if I need to get Professor Sada's, I need to get as much Mew juice as possible. I don't like that word either, for the record. I said it and I immediately hated it, in case you're wondering. Grab a Fez. Please, based Mew! If I get a Sada's, there's a decent chance I win. I almost played the wrong card. Yes! This person's probably fucking fuming, by the way. And understandably, I've gotten unbelievably lucky on top decks. Boom! Bursting roar! Bellowing thunder! I believe you don't have any more energy cards. You recycle them from your deck, usually. Ooh! Wow, a lot of really fun games today. Did really well. I think we went, what, 3-1? I think we played, honestly, I think we played really, really well today. Excited for locals this weekend. Thank you all so much for watching. It really, really does mean a lot when people stick around for the Pokemon trading card game segment. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it means a lot when people do. I hope that you know. Don't you know? I hope you know. I hope you know. Don't you know? We'll send you all back over to Zodrex. You thought it was Pocket? Nah. No Pocket. We love full Pokemon trading card game. It's like Pocket, but a good game. Respectfully. Just a little joke there. If you like Pokemon Pocket, don't let me yuck your yum. Just not for me. Just not for me, I'm afraid. Have fun over at Zodrex. Appreciate y'all. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be back on Monday. I'll see you there. See ya.